Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am the Aquarium Medium coming to you from the beautiful hills of Tennessee. Thank you so much for joining me once again. This video is going to be about Neptune. What does it mean to have Neptune in the 7th house? This is a part of a 7th house series where I am taking the student on a trip around the zodiac, and this is the 7th house series. I started out doing the 1st house series a few years back. So yeah, check those out too. It's really going to matter what you have here with Neptune in the 7th house. What sign is it in? So this is just a basic read of what it means to have Neptune in the 7th house. The 7th house, it's about your partners and relationships. It can be anyone that you have a relationship with throughout your life. Mostly it's going to be about your soulmate, your partner in crime even. So the 7th house is ruled by Libra. Libra is a masculine air cardinal sign. That means there's a lot of action that's going on in this 7th house. If you love the Bible, if you are a biblical student, then the Levites, we can look at the Levites in this house, this 7th house. It's where the justice is. This is where the balance of the scales takes place with our health. And the balance, whether it is off or it is in balance, we're going to see here. We're going to see what your relationships are all about. So let's just say that your 7th house is in Scorpio. There are going to be a lot of things that are hidden with your relationships, hidden sex, things that may get you in a little bit of trouble depending on what all you have here. Neptune in the 7th house, you could totally hide a body in Scorpio. So it is definitely going to depend on what attributes you have that are in conversation with Neptune. Neptune is the 12th house ruler. It is where there are a lot of sacrifices. We have to dissolve the Neptune in our chart. Once we dissolve the Neptune, the undoing that we have come here with through our South Node, that undoing with Neptune here in the 7th house could be about prisons. It could be about hospitals where you are having to make a lot of sacrifices with your husband, with your wife, because they are in the hospital all the time, or they are in and out of prison all the time, because the 12th house, Neptune, rules Pisces. That 12th house is the house of nirvana. It is the house of addiction, but it's also the house of God. It is where we really have a come to Jesus meeting with God. And a lot of times we have those meetings in prisons and in hospitals. Let's say you have Neptune here in the 7th house of Sagittarius. You may have had a partner disappear in a flood. Sagittarius is a quick movement of energy, or killed in some type of flight, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius in this flight, with Neptune here in the 7th house of Sagittarius. So, we can speculate all day long, but if you really want to know what does it mean to have Neptune in the 7th house, your house, what is going on with you, chat with me on Facebook, the Aquarium Medium, and we will take a look at it together. The 12th house, Neptune, is mutable. It's always wanting to change, always wanting to have new adventures, new ideas, very dreamy. So your partner here with Neptune may elude you into thinking one way when it's really another. And at different times, that Neptune, when it's dissolved, will show you things really clear. And then it will, if you haven't truly dissolved it, then it'll go back and it'll just keep giving you the same type of pattern over and over again until you just get it. Neptune is also about charity. It's being at one with everyone. And so a lot of times you may think, because your 7th house Neptune, you may think that one person is one way when they're really another. You may not really understand the sacrifices that you are constantly making and why. And it could be because, well, you've got Neptune here in the 7th house, and it is sacrificial. It is that 333. Neptune also here in the 7th house could give you a total gift of prophecy where you see into the future. You know, let's say you have Neptune here with the Aquarian moon. You could be a natural born prophet, especially when you have dissolved that Neptune and you are starting to see things clearly about the nature of the universe. Pisces is a feminine water mutable sign. And so we're taking that feminine water mutable and we're bringing it in to a masculine cardinal energy. So the air energy just may help it understand the energy better, because the Neptune with relationships and partnerships is going to feel everything. Everything that their partner feels, they are also going to feel, because Neptune is very intuitive. Neptune in medical astrology rules the entire immune system. So anything that is going on with your immune system, with your partner, with your relationships even, wherever that Neptune is, it can guide you to things that take place with your immune system and how well defined it is. Anyway, so this sums up a little bit hypothetical speculation about what Neptune means here in the 7th house. And like I said, depending on what else Neptune has here that's in conversation with, is definitely going to depend on how it's working out for you in your life. All right. And so if you are just unsure, hook up with me on Facebook, The Aquarium Medium. All right. Until next time, we'll see you guys.